Welcome to online classes. Good morning to everybody. I'll start from English course book, Unit 1, Section 1, Lilliput, from English course book. I will read complete story here. This story taken from Gulliver's Adventure in Lilliput, written by Jonathan Swift. Now I will read this story. Adventure means an exciting or daring experience, an experience that could take you to faraway lands and lead you to meet interesting people. In this excerpt, Gulliver undertakes an exciting voyage that lands him in a strange land inhabited by tiny people who gave him a fair fight nevertheless. One fine morning in May of the year 1699, young Dr. Lemuel Gulliver kissed his beloved wife and children farewell and eagerly boarded the sailing ship Antelope. Gulliver had always loved adventure, and when he was offered the position of ship's doctor, he had accepted at once. For many weeks all went well, but a terrible storm arose. Battered by the wind and waves, the Antelope struck a rock, splintered and sank. What became of his shipmates he never found out, but Gulliver himself managed to swim to an island. Exhausted, he dragged himself up on the shore and fell instantly into a deep sleep. Let Gulliver tell you in his own words of the event that followed. I must have slept for a long time, for the sun had risen and shone quite high over it. When I awoke, I tried to stand up, but found to my astonishment that I could not move my hands and feet, and even my hair seemed to be fastened down. Then I horrified to feel some small animal creeping along my leg and up to my chest. Trying to lift my head a little, I peered down and saw a tiny human creature not much bigger than my own middle finger. He was followed by about 40 more of the same kind. I was so surprised that I roared aloud. At this, they all ran back in fright, and some even trembled off. However, they soon came back, and one climbed up to where he could get a full sight of my face. Ikina Dilag, he called out, but although I have studied several other languages beside my native English, I could not understand those words at all. With a violent pull, I managed to break a few of the strings that bound to my left hand. I then tried to catch some of the annoying little creature, but they ran away too quickly. Then one of them cried out, Tolgo Ponak. In an instant, I felt my left hand and my face pierced with hundreds of tiny arrows. I decided not to anger my small capture further. I lay still and tried to think about how to get them to set me free. After a little while, I heard some knocking near my right ear and the sound of a great crowd. Turning my head as far as I could, I saw that some of the tiny people were building a tower about a foot and half height. Now, one little man, who seemed to be someone of importance, climbed up to the top of it and made a long speech, which I could not understand. He said the word Lilliput several times. However, I guessed that this might be the name of the place I was in. He looked quite friendly, and since I was very hungry, I pointed to my mouth to indicate this. Before long, about 100 inhabitants set ladders against my sides and climbed up and walked towards my mouth, carrying little basket of food, miniature leg of lamb, tiny roasted turkeys or sides of beef. They were delicious cooked, but three of them together made scarcely a mouthful for me. Then someone called out, Piplam Selam. At this, they loosened the cords that bound me too little, so I was able to turn on my side. Before I knew it, I was fast asleep. Only later did I discover that their doctors had put me a sleeping potion into my food. That is the story, complete story. In the second recording, I will present before you the summary of the story.